What's up, YouTube? So I know it's like 2 weeks after the Nationals, but MCO40 hasn't answered my message where I asked him if he can show my deck, and a lot of people liked that message, so I decided to make the video myself. Maybe it was better showing the deck on Blue League Network, but I wanted to do it real life because the mat is the proof that I actually topped. And also, what's funny about the mat is that the mat of Dragossack of Dragossack worth less than the card of Dragossack. So never mind. Let's just show you the deck. I use 3 Swap Frog, 3 Tribune Frog, 1 Warring Toadin, and 1 Dupe Frog. Why I'm using Dupe Frog over Foolish, and I think that a 7 out 2 Tribune is very important. As a card, Foolish is better because all you need is just getting Tribune to the grave and it do it much faster. But you have to consider the fact that you have 6 copies, 6 outs for Tribune, and you have 6 times the chances of drawing each one of them and not him, or just before him, before Dupe Frog. So if you already have Tribune in grave, this card will be much better for you than Foolish, because you will be able to set it and get a Swap Frog to your hand, or you will be able to discard it to special summon, or normal summon to make Gachi Gachi. So because most of the chances are that you're going to draw them before him, or one of them with him first hand, makes him better than Foolish Burial. So that's why I use him and not Foolish. That's about the frogs. I tried to do it as fast as I can. About the Monarchs, 2 lead, I'll explain it when I finish. 2 lead, 2 Copelia, interesting. 3 Ryza, 3 Caius, 2 Mobius, and 2 Illusory Snatcher, also interesting. So, 3 Caius, doesn't matter, also the 3 Ryza. About the 2 lead, I used only 2 lead, and also not only did I use 2, but they were really bad for me. Every time that I summoned them, the opponent had just a way of getting over them. And also, I'm not going to use them anymore because Evil Swarm is able to summon monsters without opening a chain, and then you can just bring a big seize, and after 1 negation, let's just going to the grave. So I believe I might not even main it anymore, at least in this format, because most of the people here are going to play Heavy Swarm. I'm not dragons and stuff. 2 Mobius. Mobius is for me is better than MST because nothing in the main deck of the opponent is worth MSTing. I want to make the pluses with Mobius, and you can do combos with Illusory Snatcher, and I just prefer use that. So this is about him. Illusory Snatcher. Illusory Snatcher is amazing. First, what's good about the card? Actually, not much is bad about the card. What's good about him is that it gives you much more speed to a very slow deck, and it gives you the option to go into this guy, this Ptolemy, which lets you just reuse stuff like Chaos and Gors and Maxi, which is amazing. And also it makes Mobius, it makes Starlight Road irrelevant if you have Mobius, because Starlight Road has to chain himself to the effect that they try to destroy cards, and Illusory Snatcher does that. He chained himself immediately to Mobius's effect, to Mobius's summon and effect. So your opponent just misses the timing of activating the Starlight Road, which makes Mobius much better. So I really like the combination between those cards. I wasn't able to make this all the 9-10 matches, but it got a lot of I have a blackout. Never mind. 2 Everson Copelia. What's good about the card? If you don't know the card, when it leaves the field in any way, you get to take 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and you give it back in the end phase of the next turn. What's good about the card is that it's surprising, mostly. It can get around stuff like Shien in a very good way, and most of the times you're just going to set it. Your opponent is going to think that it's probably a Dog Spirit. It's going to destroy it or something with bear, or doesn't matter what. It's going to down to the grave, to the bench, to your hand, and then you're going to surprise him and take him a monster. His biggest and the best monster he's got. So that's what's good about the card. What's bad is that it's a defensive card. Most of the times you're going to set it, because if when it's summoned you're going to get Bottomless, Torrential, Prison or something, then it's going to be just a waste, because you're going to take opponent's monster and give it right back in your end phase. So it's like you did nothing. And that's why I'm not going to play this anymore. And not because of that, just because it's too defensive, and you know, it depends on the situation if it's actually going to become to be good or not, and I rather just use 2 Double Spirit. Now for the Anthrax, 3 Fader, 1 Scarecrow, which is the only thing special here, 1 Gorz and 2 Maxi. So you don't have to explain the 3 Faders, the most important thing in your deck, of course not the Gorz. Swift Scarecrow I use because there are so many Mermals and stuff in here that can OTKOS, so this could be really important. Although, I actually was talking about Scarecrow. So it was really important and it worked really great. But in Maxi, wasn't. It saved my ass against the Mermal and the Karakuri that I met, but 2 matches out of like 9, it's bad. So actually it was really bad. And also if you meet Heavy Swarm and they have like 2 monsters and you discard that, then they're just going to not doing anything, and they have a lot of traps to defend those monsters next turn, so you just wasted a card from your hand. So that's what I like about Maxi, and also the fact that you sometimes save him because you wait for your opponent to really explode, and then it becomes just a dead card. So that's about them. The spells, nothing special, I just show it quick. 3 enemy controller, very good. Not always, because you have to, sometimes you don't have Monarchs if you have really bad luck. Crystal Exchange, you have to play free. You just have to play free. Because of Abyss Chaos and stuff, you just have to play free. 2 Duality, and the staples, so nothing to explain here. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. The extra, the only thing that important is 2 Ptolemy. If you play against Firefist or something, the Bouncer, I wasn't. The 2 Gachi, you actually need to, and 1 Slacker Magician, if you see the card. So that's what important about the extra. What's funny is that I have 2 Chimera attacks, but I don't have any Cyber Dragon in the side. The reason that I did that is just to make my opponent think that I have. I just, like when I took the extra at the start of the game, I just did like that, and I said, oops, you saw my extra deck, and then he knew, or we thought that I have Cyber Dragons in the side, and I actually don't, so it just was a very funny trick, but all my opponents knew that I was doing that. And the side doesn't really matter, like, I'm really going to do this quick. 2 Doctor Spirits, 3 Gemini Aims, save my ace against Dark World, 2 Mysticals with 3 Raikou that I don't have right now, 3 Raikou with Mysticals for stuff that kills you, like Fissure, like Fossil Dyna, like Abyss Gaio, not Abyss Gaios, I guess so many, but there are a lot of things that can hurt you, so that works just great against Abyss Dweller and stuff, so it gives you the option to answer a lot of things. So this is a 3 Raikou, 1 Swift Scarecrow, the last Maxi, and 3 Purple Plant, which I wasn't using at all. So that's about the side deck. That's about the deck. I don't think I should tell about my matchup or something, nothing interesting. I had really bad luck in my last match. One game I drew no frogs, the other game no monarch, so I don't like to cry about stuff like that, but in a national, in something that can bring you the top 8, I do. So never mind. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and just see ya.